Class 12th Commerce, subject Accountancy, chapter number 6, Cash Flow Statement. It is lecture number 4. And now see, I am starting now cash flows from financing activities. As you all know, that cash flow statement, the chapter is going on, and in cash flow statement we have to cover all 3 headings. Cash flow from operating activities, it is done. Cash flows from investing activities, that is done. And now this is the last topic, cash flows from financing activities. Cash flows from financing activities. When the matter is of financing activities, you will take all shares and debentures. They can be shares, debentures, and long-term borrowings. And now listen, if at the time of comparison you see that the amount has been decreased, and how will you find the amount has been decreased or increased? I will tell you. First of all, just try to understand. If amount of shares or debentures or any long term loans increases, amount increases, in that case you will understand that the amount has means shares or debentures have been issued and you have got money. When you got money, it is very clear that is, it is inflow of money. Inflow of money means the firm, the vyapar, the business is getting money. When business gets money, that will be added. Now CC number, cash flows from financing activities. Proceeds from issue of shares or debentures means shares or debentures, they have been issued. Whenever any security is issued, the business gets money. The getting money is known as inflow of cash, that will be added. Second number, proceeds from other long term borrowings. It can be any type of long term borrowings. And what is the type of that borrowing, that will be given to you. If you have taken loan, it means there is inflow of cash, that will be added. Proceeds from short term borrowings. See, any type of borrowings, they can be long term, they can be short term, that will be taken. When you see the balance of bank overdraft or cash credit, if it has been increased, it is very clear that business has taken more loan. But listen one thing, bank overdraft and cash credit, they are short term borrowings. It means the business will give money back within 1 year. C number, cash flows from financing activities. Issue of shares and debentures, पैसा आया plus. Proceeds or proceeds from other long term borrowings, money is, you have getting you are getting money, not you have getting, you are getting money. When you are getting money, money will be added. It is done. Proceeds from short term borrowings, and these are the varieties, these are the types of short term borrowings: bank overdraft and cash credit. This money, if more loan is taken, money will be added. If amount is paid paid means outflow of cash. Outflow of cash will be subtracted, but here there is no outflow, there is only inflow of cash. Now see, decrease in balance of bank overdraft or cash credit. Now listen, try to understand. When loan decreases, any type of loan, it can be short term, it can be long term. When loan decreases, it is clearly understood that the amount of that loan has been paid, and the payment is known as outflow. Outflow of cash you will subtract. Payment of interim dividend. This interim dividends amount, that will be given to you in adjustment. When payment is done, amount will be subtracted. Payment of proposed dividend of previous year. Now listen, previous year's proposed dividend, it will be paid in current year. So it has been subtracted. Payment of proposed dividend of previous year has been subtracted. Interest paid on short term and long term borrowings. See, this interest payment in CFO that was added, and now that amount will be subtracted. Interest can be paid on short term borrowings or long term borrowings. Amount will be subtracted because it has been paid. It is an expense, and expenses they are supposed to be subtracted. Interest paid on bank overdraft or cash credit amount is there is outflow of cash whenever the matter is of payment. There is outflow of cash. When there is the matter of outflow, then the amount will be subtracted. Repayment of loans, it means loans have been paid. They can be long term, they can be short term. Amount has been subtracted. Redemption means payment. Payment of debentures or preference shares. When the matter is of payment, it is very clear that there is outflow of cash. When there is outflow of cash, money will be subtracted. So by doing this, you will get net cash flow or net cash used in financing activities. And listen, now what will you do? See, after that, next heading you can see net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent. In this A में हमने लिया CFO, cash flow from operating activities A, cash flows from investing activities B, cash flow from financing activities C. All these three heads they will be added. Result can be in plus. Plus means increase. Result can be in minus. Minus means decrease. In A plus B plus C, cash and cash equivalents of the beginning of the year or opening of the year will be added. When you will add net increase, decrease and add cash and cash equivalents, your result will be cash and cash equivalents at the end of the year. Again, listen, after solving up to C part, you will find net increase or decrease in cash or cash equivalents. Then what will you do? You will do the addition of A, B, C. There can be the subtraction. If subtraction you are getting, then amount will be subtracted. And in that result, in A plus B plus C, whatever the result comes, in that opening cash and cash equivalents will be added. You have added these two only, A plus B plus C, and add. The result will be cash and cash equivalent at the end of the year, means whatever the result you will get, that result will be cash and cash equivalents at the end of the year. And this will be given to you in question paper or in question or whatever the question you are solving. Now move on to illustration number 28. See, from the following activities, calculate cash flows from financing activities. See, question always discusses about flow. The result can be in use. You never feel if the question is saying that there is cash flow, then the result should be in cash flow. It can be in cash flow means incoming of cash. The result can be cash outflow. Outflow means cash used. First of all, you should know how to understand the question. You will be able to understand question if you listen all my instructions very clearly and very keenly. If you do not pay any attention to the words of the teacher, you will remain in trouble. Let us move on to questions. Illustration 28C. Equity share capital. It is given to you current year before and previous year afterwards. 31st March 2018 is current year. 31st March 2017 is previous year. And now you can understand that the amount of equity share capital has been increased by rupees 2 lakhs. It is clear that the shares they have been issued. 6 from in previous year, the amount of equity share capital, that is rupees 6 lakhs, and now it is 8 lakhs. Rupees 2 lakhs, it means in there is inflow of cash, and that inflow is of rupees 2 lakhs. 12% preference share capital. And now listen, in year 2017, you can see rupees 2 lakh rupees. And after that, in 18, there is no money. Then in 18, there is no money. You can understand that the amount has been paid. Redemption has been done. 14% debentures. Now listen, there was no loan in the name of 14% debentures in the year 2017. And now in 2018, there is a loan of rupees 1 lakh, and the interest you will pay, that is 14%. Same thing, if I discuss about preference share capital, then you can see that rupees 2 lakh has been paid, and this payment will be done. See, if I say what will be the amount of dividend, that will be 12%. These prefixes in preference share capital or equity share capital, they remain the rate of dividend. When the matter is of debentures, they remain the amount of interest. 14% per annum interest, 12% per annum dividend. Now move on to additional information. Point number 1. Equity share Equity shares were issued at a premium of rupees 15%. It means 15% of rupees 2 lakh. This money means you got rupees 2 lakh, you got plus 30,000, 2 lakh 30,000 you got. Second number, 12% preference shares were redeemed at a premium of 5%. See, 12% preference shares थे, लेकिन हमने redemption is done, that is at rupees, not rupees, at the premium of 5%. Means 5% of rupees 2 lakh. Third number, 14% debentures were issued at a discount of 1%. 1%, how many rupees will be there? 1% of rupees 1 lakh, that will be 10,000. It means at 10,000 rupees discount, the 14% debentures, they have been issued. Dividend paid on old preference shares, 24,000 rupees. Interest paid on debentures. एक बात ध्यान रखिएगा, whenever the matter is of debentures, if the date is not clearly given, in that case, you can take the issue in beginning, you can take the issue at the end. It will depend on your own criteria. If date for issue is not given of debentures. Point number 4, again see, dividend has been paid on old preference shares. They can be any. Rupees 24,000 amount has been paid. Fifth number point, interest paid on debentures, rupees 14,000 has been paid. After that, sixth number, underwriting commission on equity shares, rupees 10,000. All the securities, they are taken in financing activities. As I told you that E for investing and E for income. Income and investing, that is to be taken in investing activities. And expense, all expenses which you subtract in CFO, and now that amount will be added in financing activities. Point number 6, underwriting commission of equity share, it is of rupees 10,000, that will be taken. 7 number, proposed dividend on equity share capital for the year ended 31st March 2018, 1,20,000. This is for current year. देखिए, proposed dividend means the proposal was kept in front of the directors in annual general meeting. Until and unless that amount is paid, no subtraction is done. Point number 7, proposed dividend on equity shares For the year ended 31st March 2018, it is rupees 1,20,000. Point number 8. Proposed dividend on equity shares for the year ended 31st March 2017, it is rupees 90,000. Now see, 17 is opening year, 18 is closing year. Now move on to solution. Now see, if you have just read the illustration clearly, then there will be no doubt when I am on to the solution. Now see, proceeds from issue of share capital. Rupees 2 lakh, they were received, there is inflow of rupees 2 lakh by the issuing of equity share capital. Securities premium reserve 15%, that was used, I told you. 15% of rupees 2 lakh, that is 30,000. See, underwriting commission, it is the amount that is paid to agents. When amount is paid to agents, it is very clear that your equity share capital that will reduce. This reduction will be just explained by subtraction. 2,20,000 will be the total amount. Redemption of preference shares. Preference shares, they have been redeemed. Redemption means the amount has been paid. And that redemption is done along with the amount of premium. It means rupees 2 lakh plus premium on redemption of debentures rupees 10,000. Total amount that is paid, it is rupees 2 lakh 10,000. Proceeds from issue of debentures. Now listen. And now see, debentures were issued at discount. It means this amount will be subtracted. Debentures undoubtedly they are issued at discount. The discount amount is rupees 1,000 and that 1,000 has been subtracted. Means the company will receive rupees 99,000. Proposed dividend on equity shares for the year ended. Proposed dividend, it was on equity shares and this payment has been done. You are doing the financing activity, the amount will be subtracted. Dividend paid on preference shares. This dividend has been paid. The payment, it is an expense that will be subtracted rupees 24,000. And then interest on debentures. These two is 14,000. It has been paid. And now listen, dividend paid, interest paid. These two amounts they were added in CFO. CFO means cash flow from operating activities. You added rupees 24,000. Now they have been subtracted. Where did you add? Again, listen to me. They were added in cash flow from operating activities. Proposed dividend. Current year plus NPBT में प्रीवियस ईयर माइनस होगा फाइनेंसिंग में ध्यान रखिएगा बिल्कुल. Proposed dividend will be added in NPBT. Current year, see, करंट ईयर प्लस होगा, प्रीवियस ईयर माइनस होगा, क्योंकि 18 में मैं 17 का प्रपोज डिविडेंड पे कर दूंगी. When the payment is done, it is an expense. When it is an expense, that amount will be subtracted. And after that, you got the result that is in minus. It means net cash used in financing activities. And listen, see, net cash used in financing activities, the addition subtraction, that is rupees 19,000. Once more listen, once more try to understand. Proceeds from issue of equity share capital, whatever is the expense, whatever is the income in relation to equity share capital, that will be done. And the same you can see in point number 1, proceeds from issue of share capital. SPR you received, it is added. Underwriting commission amount has been paid to agent rupees 10,000, that has been subtracted. Redemption has been done on premium. It means you got rupees 2 lakh and you are paying rupees 2 lakh 10,000. This money has been paid and this money has been subtracted. When the matter came of debentures, you received rupees 1 lakh, you paid. No, it is not the payment, it is the amount of discount that is subtracted. Rupees 99,000 you received. प्रपोज डिविडेंड से एक बार और सुन लीजिए, करंट ईयर प्लस होता है बेटे, प्रीवियस ईयर डिविडेंड माइनस होता है. 18 करंट ईयर है, 17 प्रीवियस ईयर है. Proposed dividend of previous year is paid in current year. So 90,000 it has been subtracted. Dividend paid on preference shares, payment खर्चा CFO में प्लस यहाँ माइनस हो गया. Interest paid on dividend again expense खर्चा that was added in CFO and now it has been subtracted. The result is net cash used in financing activities rupees 19,000. This is overall the result after adding and the subtraction. Notes एक बार जरूर देखिए. सी proposed dividend for previous year, that is for the year ended 31st March 2017 is declared approved in the year 31st March 2018. The same I told you कि previous year का जो पैसा देखिए, current year में हम previous year का पे करेंगे. 2018 is current year, 2017 is previous year. Amount has been added, hence it will be added back to net profit to determine net profit before tax. बिफोर टैक्स में आप लेंगे करंट ईयर का जो कि 31st मार्च 2017 का होगा. It will also be shown under financing activities as outflow of cash. It will be, listen, it will also be shown under financing activities as outflow of cash and it is very clear. आउटफ्लो तो हुआ है जब हमने पेमेंट कर दिया तो बेटे पैसे का आउटफ्लो होगा जो कि हमने माइनस कर दिया. सेकंड नंबर, proposed dividend for current year, that is for the year 31st March 2018 will be declared in next financial year. Hence, it will have no effect on cash flow statement. Listen now, listen. 7 देखिए, जो हमने पे किया है उसी का आपने बनाना है. दिस प्रोविजन हम उसी पैसे का बना करके चलेंगे. 17 ही प्लस होगा यानी कि 90,000 नेट प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्सेस में प्लस होगा और यही माइनस हो जाएगा. Illustration का नंबर 29. Now see, from the following extracts taken from the balance sheets of Messrs. Khanduja Limited on 31st March and the additional information provided, you are required to calculate cash flow from operating activities. First number. Second number, cash flows from financing activities. Equity and liabilities. Equity share capital. In previous year, it was rupees 20 lakhs, 2015. And in 2016, it is of rupees 30 lakhs. It means share capital has been issued. There is inflow of rupees 10 lakh in the business. 10% preference share capital, 2 lakh, then 1 lakh. Securities premium reserve. In first year it is nil, then 95,000. Profit and loss balance 4 lakh, then rupees 8 lakh. 10% ventures rupees 10 lakh, again 10 lakh, they are the same. Additional information. Fresh equity shares, they were issued at 31st March 2016 and they were issued at a premium of 10%. When any issue is done at premium, the business will get more money. Interim dividend, if you remember, I explained to you, I told you that whenever the matter is of interim dividend, you will always get it in additional information column. In that section, you will get, not column. Interim dividend was paid on equity shares, that is rupees at the rate of 8%. Second number. Third number, preference shares were redeemed on 31st March 2016 at a premium of 5%. Means redemption of preference shares was done at a premium. That premium is of rupees 5%. Now you can see, देखिए 2 lakh से 1 lakh हुआ, 1 lakh का 5%, you will pay rupees 1 lakh 5,000. Premium on redemption was charged against premium received on issue of fresh equity shares. Move on to question, the solution. Now see, First of all, I am moving on to NPBT. To find the amount of NPBT, first of all, is important. Only then we can start the question. Part solving cash flow from operating activities. Note number one. Calculation of NPBT. NPBT means net profit before taxes. Profit and loss account on 31st March. It was given to you 8 lakh, then 4 lakh. It means rupees 4 lakh profit. The business has earned rupees 8 lakh minus rupees 4 lakhs. Rupees 4 lakh they are remaining. Now see, dividend paid. Whatever are the amount of dividends, all dividends they are paid out of profit. So now because the payment has been done, देखिए 8 lakhs में से आपने प्रॉफिट को माइनस कर दिया लास्ट ईयर का, बिल्कुल ठीक है. एंड नाउ ऑल द एक्सपेंसेस, ऑल द डिविडेंड्स विल बी एडेड बिकॉज द डिविडेंड्स वर पेड out of that profit only, so they are added back now. Dividend on preference shares 10% on rupees 2 lakh, it is 20,000. Dividend paid on equity shares, that is 8% of rupees 20 lakh, it is 1 lakh 60,000. So NPBT is up is rupees 5 lakh 80,000. We are solving cash flows from operating activities. The illustration is just guiding us to solve two parts. Part number one, it is cash flows from operating activities. NPBT has been done just now. I hope that you people might have got. Net profit before tax, note number one, rupees 5 lakh 8,000. Note number one, from this we have done 5 lakh 80,000. Add for non-cash and non-operating items, interest on debentures, that will be added, it is an expense. And when you are on to the financing activities, this 1 lakh rupees that will be subtracted. There are only two related items. Those two related items they are taken. First of all, NPBT is solved now. After that, add adjustments for non-cash items and non-operating items, they are to be taken. In this question, there is only one non-cash item or non-operating item. It is interest on debentures, rupees 1 lakh has been added. Net cash flow from operating activities, it is rupees 6 lakh 80,000. Now, cash flows from financing activities. And listen, equity shares were issued. You got rupees 10 lakh and that issue, that is at premium. Rupees 1 lakh will be added. Rupees 10 lakh plus rupees 1 lakh, total amount it is of rupees 11 lakh that has been received. Cash paid for redemption of preference shares. It is, see, this is the total amount of money that will be paid. Cash has been paid, there is an outflow of cash. Whenever there is an outflow, the amount will be subtracted, it will be minus. Means rupees 1 lakh 5,000 they have been paid. Dividend paid on preference shares 20,000 minus. Dividend paid on equity shares, that has been paid again minus. Interest on debentures again an expense. These items were added in CFO and now they will be subtracted. The overall result, net cash flow, see the result is in positive. When the result is in positive, you will write flow. Net cash flows from financing activities, it is rupees 7 lakh 15,000. Dividend on preference shares is paid before the payment of dividend on equity. आपको ध्यान रखना है, because the equity shareholders, they people are known as residual owners. After doing each and every expense, if any money is left with the business only, then the equity shareholders they get money. The company has paid interim dividend on equity shares, hence it must have paid dividend on preference shares. ये हम मान करके चलते हैं बेटे. And now listen, interim, what is interim dividend? Interim dividend is that dividend which is decided after the preparation of statement of P&L. After the preparation of statement of P&L, what did you notice? That you have earned a good amount of profit. You can manage all expenses, still the amount is left with you. In that case, just to boost the morale of equity shareholders, the interim dividend is paid. Illustration 31. From the following information, calculate cash flows from investing activities and cash flows from financing activities. Plant and machinery. देखिए, it was rupees 5,60,000 balance in previous year and now 6,80,000. It means some more machinery has been added. Has added नहीं, it has been purchased. Purchase हुआ इसलिए add हुआ है. एंड यहाँ पे एक चीज आपको समझनी पड़ेगी बेटे, सी यहाँ पे बनेगा प्लांट एंड मशीनरी अकाउंट, ध्यान से बनाइएगा. इन प्रीवियस लेक्चर आई एक्सप्लेन्ड अबाउट accumulated depreciation account and fixed assets account. Plant and machinery 5,60,000, then 6,80,000. Amount has been increased by 1,20,000. It shows that the purchase activity has been done. Accumulated depreciation 1,48,000, 1,70,000. Equity share capital 10 lakhs, then 12 lakhs. Loan from bank 1,50,000, then 2 lakhs. Additional information. During the year, a machine costing rupees 1,20,000 that was sold at a profit of rupees 15,000. Depreciation on plant and machinery charged during the year amounted to rupees 50,000. अब यहाँ पर एक चीज देखो बेटे, सी आपके पास में पूरे साल की डेप्रिसिएशन है, लेकिन आपके पास में उस मशीन की डेप्रिसिएशन नहीं है जो आपने खरीदी थी और जो आपने बेची है, नॉट खरीदी थी, जो आपने बेची है 1,20,000 वाली. अब वो आपको फाइंड आउट करना है. इंटरेस्ट पेड ऑन बैंक लोन अमाउंटेड रुपीज 30,000. इंटरेस्ट पे हुआ है, सीएफओ में प्लस हो जाएगा, फाइनेंसिंग में जाकर के माइनस हो जाएगा. डिविडेंड पेड एनपीबीटी में प्लस और फाइनेंसिंग में माइनस होगा. कैश फ्लोज फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज, sale of machinery. First of all, see all these activities, then I will move on to working notes. 1,07,000. Purchase of machinery, it is 2,40,000. Net cash used in investing activities, that is rupees 1,33,000. देखिए, या तो कैश का इनफ्लो होगा या यूज होगा. यहाँ पर रिजल्ट इज इन माइनस, सो यूज वर्ड विल बी रिटन. इट इज यूज्ड. Cash flows from financing activities. Issue of share capital rupees 2 lakhs. More loan has been taken rupees 50,000. Interest has been paid. This payment in CFO. You might have added, now the subtraction will be done. 30,000. Dividend paid, now the payment of dividend, it will be added in NPBT and now the subtraction activity is done. 80,000 minus. Again the result is in positive, so flow word will be written. Net cash flows from financing activities, it is 1,40,000. अब देखिए, ध्यान से देखिए बेटा, सी accumulated depreciation account बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, लेकिन if you do not pay any hit then it will be a big problem for you people. AD, provision for depreciation or accumulated depreciation account, they are same, both are the liabilities. And the opening balance of liabilities it is written on the credit side. You can see by balance BD rupees 1,48,000. To balance carried down, it is the closing balance 1,70,000. See, in question depreciation for current year 50,000 आपको गिवन था. अगर आपने ध्यान किया हो तो जो बैलेंसिंग फिगर है that will be the accumulated depreciation on machinery sold. मैंने आपको बोला था कि जो मशीन को हमने बेचा है उसका डेप्रिसिएशन नहीं मालूम, एंड नाउ वी हैव डन मालूम चल गया हमें कि 28,000 है. 1,49,000 opening balance, 1,48,000. 1,48,000 is ओपनिंग बैलेंस 1,70,000 इज क्लोजिंग बैलेंस, 50,000 आपको गिवन था, 28,000 इज द बैलेंसिंग फिगर, and this is the amount of 80. 80 means accumulated depreciation या provision for depreciation on machinery sold. Plant and machinery account, opening balance asset है डेबिट में आ गया 5,60,000. सेल का मनी we will do on the next slide. अगेन प्रॉफिट आया डेबिट में आएगा, एंड 1,07,000 का जो सेल है you have got now. Then by accumulated depreciation account, this is the amount that we have got from AD account. AD means accumulated depreciation account जो हमने बनाया था उसे 28,000 मिल गया, क्लोजिंग बैलेंस हमारे पास में था, and now you can see balancing figure, और balancing figure will be known by the name of purchase. अगर आपको परचेज गिवन होता तो सेल हो जाता, सेल गिवन होता तो परचेज हो जाता. And now see, how have you got the amount of sale of machinery? कॉस्ट थी आपकी 1,20,000, एडी माइनस हो जाएगा और प्रॉफिट प्लस होगा. लॉस होता तो लॉस माइनस हो जाता बेटे. इट इज 1,07,000 दैट इज रिटर्न इन दिस अकाउंट. दिस जो देखिए स्टार कहाँ पर बना हुआ है, देखिए 28,000 के आगे स्टार बना हुआ है. दिस अमाउंट हैज बीन ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम एडी अकाउंट. एडी मींस फ्रॉम accumulated depreciation account. Listen to your homework. Solve questions from 28 to 31. Be very alert, be very vigilant. Whatever the work is given, it is your very much compulsory duty to solve all that and then mail it to me. Thank you so much.